Alright, howdy, I'm Bubba. I'm going to make a video about college football 26, about my playbook. I don't make a ton of these type of videos, but I am a huge fan of college football 26. If you're clicking on this, you probably don't know who I am, so we'll get straight to it. I'm going to start out by just doing the formations, and then I will come back through and highlight some of the special plays. But the highlights, this is a super heavy run playbook. It's called the Retropowerbone. If you're looking for it, I'll put the name on here and in the description. It's under my username BubbasCruise, but Retropowerbone is the name of it. Last year I got about 500 downloads or so with a 4-something star rating. So alright, this year we've got, and I'm gonna go in order. Unfortunately, some more bad news. You can't organize these formations as far as how they show up, and you cannot do formation subs. So if you do use these in Dynasty, the generic option will be your best bet as far as that. Maryland I heavy, this is one of the new ones. We've got 6 plays in it. Maryland I normal, 12 plays. Obviously these are more your 3rd and 1, goal line 3rd and 1 short type plays here. But the Maryland I heavy is a new one. That's just the that's just the generic ones. I've not took out yet the Hail Mary stuff. There's no shotguns in this. There's no force wide receiver sets. So if you're running this, you do need to know how to recruit and stick to that philosophy. So I do not have a standard goal line. I took that out. I have the goal line heavy, which has the quarterback a little bit back and has 2 kind of fullbacks in front of him there. So I like that one. There's a few plays. I might need to trim that down a little bit. There's not a whole lot of plays that run there. A bunch of Flexbone. I did not put all Flexbones. The Flexbone closed, but there's a lot of Flexbone on here. 23 plays there. Overstack 6. I think that's one of the new ones. East 12. Empty 6. H-Wing X, which is a new one. There's 6 plays there. Trio right, there's 11 plays. Tight 17. Normal 22. Split trips 9. Get all these except for like 2, 3 are. The majority of these are going to be in your formation subs, and the 2 of the ones that don't, I just have like 6 plays. Pistol, there is I do have some pistol. Even though I don't have shotgun, I do have some pistol, but these are the heavy pistol plays. So these are ones I typically don't call as much, but we got these strong trips over 5 plays. You see, you kind of got trips to one side, and then you've got your quarterback and a fullback. Flexbone slot, 7 plays there. Full house, 9 plays. That one's fun when you got 2 fullbacks and a halfback. Flexbone trips is a smaller one. You got 5 plays there. Flexbone tight, that's another one of the new ones, and again, this is pistol Flexbone tight. So a little bit easier to make the reads on this than under center. You got 13 plays. Full house twins over. I like these kind of bunch top formations. So you got your 2 blockers there. Flexbone, pistol Flexbone, I should say, 24 plays. This is a lot more expansive here. Again, this is version 1.0, so I will probably run these and trim them down, and hopefully they'll add some more stuff, and I'll do it, and we'll tweak things around. But the 4 diamond, 21 plays, and I do not have every play in these formations. I went through and we've got the ones I personally don't like. The ace double wing, now this is in the Rice playbook that most people have probably experimented with. I really like this one. It's kind of really super bunched up. You've got a lot of like 4 tight ends, I believe, there. Again, unfortunately, this is not one you can do formation subs on. Wishbone, 9 plays wishbone. I love the wishbone. That's where I got the part of it got the name from. I wish they had more plays, but unfortunately they do not. Power Eye, I love the Power Eye. That's my when I have to pick up the first down, and that's it. Again, with this offense, you're going to ball control offense. You're going to be about 70+% run of this. So the goal of this offense is kind of get you to second medium. You do have some more here. You still got the strong and tight, which you had last year. The Hawk is the new one. I have not experimented with it a ton yet because my PlayStation 5 quit 2 days after the game dropped. So I'm really excited to get into that one. I already know I'm going to love it. Looks like the tight end number is number 23. This is the Georgia. One of the things I wanted to do more of this year that I regretted not doing a lot of as much last year was just your basic I formation and strong. They took out a lot of the weaks and strongs, but I still found a lot here. So there's a lot of I formation here. Again, this wing over, which you've got two tight ends there to one side. I like the double tight ends looks. Hawk, again, that's one of the new ones. I'm not experimenting with it yet because, again, my PlayStation just quit. 12 plays there. Another heavy I formation, heavy 9 plays there. So you've got two. That's kind of like a power eye there. That is actually 52 would be an offensive lineman. Yeah. Pro, the basic one there, there's a bunch of plays in Pro, so I weeded out about half of them. A pretty standard formation is your basic alignment there, but again, when you're doing these, and then you've got the wing, 32 plays. It's a really big one there. That's one I will want to run a couple games on and some more games and pare those down and wingo started. Yeah, when you're running those I formation and strong, you really want your good blocking tight ends and fullbacks. That makes all the difference in the world. The split is actually got 7 plays there. It's the last one I added. It's actually more of a passing formation, despite what you would think. Split T, 11 plays there, so they did add a play or two there from what I believe. Wildcat, I cut down the Wildcat. May need to add some to it. Got the unbalanced deuce, 3 plays. Jumbo trio, 3 plays. This wing flex 9, which most people know it from the Penn State playbook. Bunch halfback straight, 3 plays. Trips tight end, 7 plays, and then so there's not as I cut down the amount of plays, but I really like the ones that I have. We'll show that next. The strong eye, again, they cut down some of the strongs, but I still like the ones I got. Again, same thing, affirmation. Get you a good blocking fullback, get you blocking tight ends, and these plays aren't flashy, but they will do some damage. H-wing, 8 plays. Wing, 15 plays. Pro, 23 plays. Again, that's your standard alignment. And then jumbo. So you've got a lot of jumbo there. You got a lot of people there toward the right side on that one. Okay, so that is that's the formation. Well, we're also not going to talk about 500 plays, but we will go through and run through them real fast. The Maryland eye, that's the pass plays here aren't that good, so you pretty much, when you're doing this, you got your quarterback sneak, which is that's a good one to call. If it's 4th and 1, call it, and then you can audible. And I do have all the audible set. I have all the distances set, so that's your power O is probably the one I call the most out of this. Even though the heavy one is it's kind of the same principle here, but the normal, they did add a flea flicker here. I have not called that yet, so that's kind of fun. The boots are probably the best pass here. Again, these are pretty, you know, these on this one here, you're kind of just looking at the first down here. The fullback fake halfback toss, I do not remember that one last year, so I believe that one is a new one as well. So again, you know, I think actually some of these, you know, the blast, the duo, the lead are pretty basic looking, but that's the ones you're probably going to call the most. Again, this is the goal line heavy. A lot of people may not know about this. This Z screen is one I like. The guy goes in motion pretty, you know, back behind this. That one is usually open. The tight end options, you see the little on the X there. That's one I like to call on the goal line. A lot of times you can find that X open. You can also, I like to holler out the O there. The quarterback sweeps is a good one. That's, you know, pretty basic, just straightforward quarterback one. The jet option is the best play on here, and that does go to your receiver, so give you a chance to get some receivers open. Quarterback blast is, you know, you're going to rack up a lot of goal line touchdowns with that, with your quarterback, even if you don't have to be a speed demon on that one. Flexbone, I feel like everybody knows these Flexbones. We're going to go with some of the new ones. You know, most people watching this will know how to work the Flexbone. You know, I am still doing testing of what type of halfback I want on the Flexbone. This wide receiver screen is risky. The East, this empty is one of the new ones. This play action fake sweep slant trail, that looks like a fun one. I haven't tried that yet. The wingback sweep's probably your best one on there that I see just from the way they look. H-wing X is another one of the new ones. So you got it, you know, got your standard fullback dive, and you've got a wingback sweep here as well. Then you've got a play action fake sweep screen. So Real Light was there last year. So all these here I think were here last year, so I'm just going to skip over them. Pistol 4 diamond, again, this, I feel like this is what kind of makes this playbook a little bit different, is because not a lot of people, I don't think, do the heavy pistol sets. Now this is the H-double ring. That's the one known for the Rice playbook, so you have some triple options here as well. So, I mean, you got 22 places. You got a bunch here. You got this mesh spot. Everybody knows about mesh. The play action control looks good. You've got some good ones, the triple options. The speed option, I love the speed option boot. So there's just a bunch of exciting stuff on these pistol sets. The strong trips overlay, I expect this power option to almost be so powerful that I might have to take it out. So again, you got some boot. You also got some RPO type ones there as well. And I took out the read options. I don't really have any read options here. Flexbone slot, 4 house. I ran this one. You know, you got a triple option here. You got several triple options. You got, you know, some good pass plays there. Play action passes. I like the deep curl as well. Flexbone trips, some pretty basic pass plays there, so it's probably not going to be the one I call as much, just because, you know, you got all kind of basic pass plays, and then the one option. The Flexbone tight, the shovel option is one I want to try to get running more this year. The halfback power, I like the power, and then the play action cross there, because he's got kind of the same motion. Again, you got some triple options. This curl flat looks like a good one with the you know, the curl, and then the second read being the X. Full house twin, again, you've got, I had to look and see where they default that one down triangle. Again, the screen, you know, so there's a bunch of, you know, heavy triple options. So you're gonna want you a certain type of quarterback, the mobile type quarterback. Again, more. This is the pistol Flexbone, so it's one that's not specifically there. So you got power options, load options, shovel options, triple options, all kind of options. I like the way this bench pass looks too. Again, speed options. You also got some deep passes too, so that's always good to have there. 4 diamond, the last from this one. You do have a couple RPOs here. The motion play action wheel, I like the way that looks. Stretch is always a good one because you see you got a couple blockers there. Curl flat's a good one for 3rd down. The escort is one where that's kind of the new one. The receiver kind of goes in motion and then blocks. So you got some RPOs and escorts. So this is a little bit more modern. There, so wishbone 9 plays, I think everybody probably knows that. The power options probably my most called play there. Power eye, the strong and tight, I don't think much has changed there, so we'll go over to the Hulk. You do have a toss at a Hulk, so I like that. That's my most called play probably out of the power is the toss. You know, a couple good looking pass plays there actually. But again, most time with this, you're just going to be running the ball out of that. I formation, there's so much I formation there. You've got, then again, these I formation plays aren't sexy. They're not going to blow you away, but they're really powerful when you get the right team. So this, again, this heavy. This is the off tackle looks like a killer. Pro, this is going to be the one. You got 21 plays here. You do have a couple triple options here. There's only 2 triple options out of I formation, and I got them both in this playbook. Stretches, powers, but getting those stretches and powers is probably where you're going to be at. The tight end screen, you know, has potential. I like the way some of these pass plays look too. I kind of like the more just a simple pass plays when I run this offense. Split pack, the split backs is actually more of a passing formation for me. You do have 2 runs. You've got the power and the off tackle, but again, I kind of like this, the hitch to Texas, the screens and that kind of stuff. The split T's pretty. I probably need to take that do-it-yourself toss reverse out of there. Eventually, I probably will. I like the fake toss out there. I feel like you usually get time to throw when you do those. I like the curls around the goal line. Okay, yeah. Wildcat, you got 5 here. You've got only 3 plays here. So, and again, the good thing about this, you can change who you want it to be. You can do wide receivers, backup quarterbacks. You can put gadget at halfback, so you can, mess around with that some too. The unbalanced was my most called one last year, which is the one we're at now. And again, you put your really fast guy there, it's deadly. This wing flex, the reason why I wanted it on there was the speed option. Then the halfback direct snaps, a pretty overpowered one, and then these powers and G's. I actually got a couple RPOs as well, so that's interesting. I hadn't ran those yet. Again, you got another speed options out of the bunch, and the sweep's a good one because you see how many different blockers you got there. Trips tied in, you got another RPO, another speed option, and then kind of a basic power. The follow one, it's one that I may take out. I ran it a little bit, didn't really like it. You also got a play action out of there, which is kind of odd. And last but not least, you've got H-wing. You got 8 plays. Again, there's some decent pass plays here as well too. And of course, the thing I like about this, if you want to go max protect, you can do that as well. The toss motion. So again, these plays aren't going to look amazing, but they're going to be really effective if you get the right thing. Now, there's one play I want to show. Again, you got toss, you got some deep passes. This one here, the 4-back screen, that one's one of my funnest ones. I think it's going to be, just because it's it's the only play I know that is a screen to the actual 4-back. You got some good play actions there. Play actions can be a little you know, sometimes you can get sacked on those, so gotta be careful when you call those. But yeah, that's what we got. Before we leave, I want to call this flea flicker while we got everybody here. And it does not work. I don't think this play is going to work. It's going to look really fun.